Sometimes, the people we love the most teach us life's biggest lessons without even using many words. Once, there was a young boy who lived in a quiet town. During his summer break, he went to visit his grandfather who lived in the countryside. He loved spending time with him, playing games, asking endless questions, and listening to his stories. One afternoon, while sitting under a shady tree, the boy turned to his grandfather and said, "Grandpa, when I grow up, I want to be someone great and successful, but I don't know how. Can you teach me the way?" The grandfather smiled and nodded. Without saying a word, he took the boy to a nearby plant nursery. There, he bought 2 small saplings. After returning home, he planted one in a clay pot and placed it inside the house. The other, he planted outside in the open garden. He looked at the boy and asked, "Now tell me, which one of these 2 plants do you think will grow better in the coming years?" The boy thought for a moment and said, "I think the one inside the house will grow better. It's safe from sunlight, rain, storms, and animals. But the one outside might get damaged." The grandfather simply smiled and said, "Let's wait and see what time teaches us." After that summer, the boy returned to his city and continued with his life. Seasons passed, years flew by, and after 4 long years, he once again came to visit his grandfather. On the very first day, while sitting together on the porch, the boy said, "Grandpa, do you remember the question I asked you about being successful? That day, you didn't give me an answer, but this time, I want to know. You have to tell me now." His grandfather smiled warmly and replied, "Of course, my dear, but first, let's go check on the 2 plants we planted that day." They both walked toward the corner of the house where the potted plant had been kept. The small plant had grown into a medium-sized houseplant. Its leaves were green, but its size was limited, and it stood still in its pot. Then they went outside to the garden. What stood before them amazed the boy. That little sapling had now become a tall, mighty tree. Its thick branches spread across the sky, and its shade offered comfort to anyone passing by. The grandfather looked at him and gently asked, "Tell me now, which one of these 2 plants do you think has grown more? Which one looks like it has truly lived its purpose?" The boy stared at the huge tree and said, "The one outside, obviously. But I don't understand, Grandpa. That plant had to face storms, heat, rain, and so many other risks. Yet, it became this giant tree. How is that even possible?" The grandfather looked at the tree with pride and explained, "Yes, that tree had to survive many tough days. But every challenge made it stronger. Every storm forced it to dig its roots deeper into the ground. Every ray of sunlight helped it stretch higher. And because it had space, freedom, and adversity, it grew beyond limits. That tree is strong, independent, and unshaken by small troubles." He pointed back at the potted plant and continued, "But the one inside, it stayed protected. It was safe from harm, but also safe from growth. It couldn't spread its roots. It didn't face any resistance, so it never became stronger. It remained small, both in size and strength." Then the grandfather placed a hand on the boy's shoulder and said, "My son, this is what life teaches us. If you spend your life avoiding difficulties and only seeking comfort, your growth will stay limited. But if you're ready to face the storms, take risks, and endure the hard days, then success will follow you. The path may be tough, but it will shape you into someone unstoppable." The boy took a deep breath and kept his eyes fixed on the tree. His grandfather's words echoed in his heart like a quiet truth finally understood. We often think of problems as enemies, things that stop us, slow us down, or break us. But the truth is, those very problems are what shape us. Just like the tree outside, which stood tall only because it had weathered storms and endured heat, our strength too is built in the face of difficulty. In our own lives, we all face tough times. We get tired, we feel lost, we begin to doubt ourselves. But this story of the 2 plants reminds us, growth doesn't come from comfort. It comes from struggle. The plant inside the house stayed safe, but it also stayed small. The one outside faced wind, rain, and risk, but it grew into something powerful and unshakable. From this, we learn that the more challenges we face, the more chances we get to grow. Every difficulty is not a roadblock, it's a doorway, a chance to build resilience, to become stronger, wiser, and more determined. Yes, the path will not always be easy. There will be moments when you feel like giving up. But remember, those are the exact moments that are preparing you for something greater. So next time life gets hard, don't run from it. Face it, learn from it, and grow through it. Because the struggles you face today might just be the reason you stand tall tomorrow. If this story gave you a new way to look at your problems, then don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And remember, every storm you face is helping you grow stronger. Tap the bell icon so you never miss another life-changing story.